Hashtag totally not sponsored. Welcome in, everybody. No, seriously, it is one of the coolest ideas for a storyline ever. And I freaking love it because it combines everything that I like about TTRPGs, an open, expansive system that allows you to create any lore you want and even change lore you don't like. And it incorporates a whole bunch of Western mythology. But I love the perspective that you are playing somebody who's like, the best way I can explain it as somebody who's been reading the material, you're almost like in purgatory in a way, but you're like dead, but you don't, it's like you're stuck. So like think the ghoul from the Fallout TV show, only you're actually a freaking hell like skeleton sheriff who's just going out in the wasteland of the frontier and hunting down mythological creatures that were really popular in the area. There's voodoo magic, there's of course snake oil salesmen, and a bunch of other stuff that are just super awesome spaghetti western tropes brought to life in a very cool Westworld / True Blood type kind of feel to it. I can't even really explain it because I have not seen anything like this at all, and it's wonderful. It's undead in the Old West, but it's so much more than that. It's not just like Red Dead Online or Red Dead Redemption's undead or zombies. Like, it's not a George Romero movie in the Wild West. It's more like, what if these things were sentient and living among us, which is phenomenal. It's so fucking crazy. But guys, welcome in. I did get food poisoning last night and it hit me at 10 p.m. and I was up most of the night dealing with that. And I know what food poisoning feels like, and I know what IBS feels like. And this was definitely food poisoning. And the sad thing is, I even made a joke about it. I had gotten to work and I was like, you know, that sandwich was good, but did I gamble with fate? Turns out I did. If they got a slow cooker back there that they're scooping pulled pork out of putting on bread, you might think that's delicious, but you accept every risk you take when you eat from a place like that. But welcome in. We're going to be playing Manor Lords again. Okay, so 2 days ago we streamed this and I came up to a defeat, which I have watched the video several times and I even hit up Reddit. Is this a bug? The answer is yes. So what happened was he had his forces ready in the battle zone. I had mine. Just outside the battle zone, I had 30 days left, and I was going to come in and thread them out and try to kite their forces to break their formation, like they did in the medieval ages. And then out of nowhere, the raiders were like, now's the moment we attack. And not only are the raiders going to attack right now, but we're going to attack the exact same county that the fucking battle is in. So naturally, they went after my opponent first. I'm like, oh, I'm going to let them soften each other up, and then I'm going to come in and just sweep up the leftovers. The moment my opponent scored victory against the raider attack, it registered a victory on the battlefield, and I lost everything, even though I had plenty of time. So I was like, huh, shit. So now we know. Now we know. You're brave for eating gas station Sammy's, but I do get it. Dude, I am Fry. I will look at an egg salad sandwich in a gas station and be like, I mean, I like egg salad sandwiches. It sounds pretty fire. And everybody around me is like, no, don't do it. You're crazy. Don't. Well, I did. By the way, guys, I am pleased to announce, and I know I'm bald, so keep your fucking comments to yourself, but I have developed the coolest gray hair patterns in my life. I don't even know how to explain it. I have silver streaks like Doctor Strange forming in like a really cool arrow pattern on the side of my head, and my beard on both sides has a streak of gray hair right here in the corner. When I grew my beard out this way, it started off as a point and then widened down to that corner. I'm pleased. Salt and paprika me up, bitch. I'm good with that. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I forgot to open up Steam, so it's updating. God had to give you something after taking your hair. Yeah, was it you licking my bald head for $100? Because it was probably the weirdest thing I've ever had happen to me. But hey, it was amazing. Probably having you not eat salt and vinegar chips in the future will be a good idea. Aang was bald too. Yeah, so was Agent 47, Picard, pretty much any Patrick Stewart role. Yeah, $100 is $100. Literally, it was Table Knights goes, I'll lick your all's head for $100. And Scott Dog was like, done. All right, it's opened. It has opened. So I have been running into issues with OBS and constantly crashing or losing bitrate. And I finally found a solution that I wanted to share with you guys because I didn't have this problem with Windows 10. And ever since I've gone to Windows 11, I've had problems. And I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, my operating system's giving me problems, so it's shit. I like to troubleshoot. And I finally found the solution. So for all you streamers out there who deal with OBS, because to be fair, I did not have this issue with XSplit. But Stream Elements and OBS got real cranky. Let me bring up the video because it's so easy to follow. And ever since I have done this, my experience with Windows 11 has been so much better. And no, I didn't just revert it to Windows 10. I think like people who download stuff that just strips it and makes it Windows 10, it's like, whoop, come on, what are you doing? Hang on a minute. I'm getting to the video. It's single-handedly the best thing I've ever done. Like, I highly recommend it. Okay.
Section right here called apps. It tells us that we...
This is it. All right, so, boom. Check out that YouTube link. I'll post it in YouTube as well. This is a way to de-bloat Windows 11, but also remove a bunch of features in it that we may agree to not knowing what it is. Like, one of the things that sucks is there's this thing that Windows 11 has called delivery optimization. The idea is that your computer will report how well updates work, etc., and it's supposed to give technical feedback. But as it turns out, the longer you have your operating installed without resetting it, the more and more CPU and RAM that thing takes place. I got that app and just followed the video, and my experience on Windows 11 has been tremendously better. One thing that I like about it is it brings back the fully extended right-click menu on options, which is huge. So that you don't have to go all the way to the bottom and go show more, and then it shows you the classic. And it's nice not having my computer take a little extra time to boot up because it wants to show me a fancy picture and like a little link. And the main reason why I wanted to get rid of that is the other day it showed me a scene from Yosemite. And it was a beautiful picture of Yosemite Park. But then below that, instead of having like a trivia or a Windows tip, it was a sponsored. Like, go here to buy this. So yeah. Yeah, see, and I think while I sympathize with your property the alcoholic, and I'm not here to say that Windows is good, I think that's a dumb take. Whenever anybody's like, ever since I got off Windows, I'm fine. And it's like, you know, I know so many, being somebody who's done coding, I know so many of my coding friends who's like, Linux is the best way to go. You need to do Linux and blah, blah. You could do anything you want in Linux. You could do anything you want in Windows with PowerShell. Literally the same exact shit. If you have the knowledge to do it in Linux, you could do it in Windows. But also, you notice that none of my coding friends play games with me. Because Linux sucks at that. Like, I know SteamOS is going to be a big thing, but even then, SteamOS is going to have its limitations, such as 720 to 1080p gaming and things like that. Like, there are some limitations to the OS because it is simple. But in its simplicity, it's fast and does what you want. But, like, your choices are Linux, Mac OS, or Windows. And until there's a better competitor, I'm just going to stick to the one that literally everybody in the world makes software for. But if you switched and you're having a better time in life, good on you. But like to sit there and be like, Mac OS is so much better. No, Linux is so much better. Sure, if you know what you're doing, but the average user doesn't. And until Linux is more accessible to the average user, unfortunately, Windows will remain to be king. I want to see somebody knock Mac OS and Windows out. We need a third party that is a corporate entity that companies will acknowledge and make software for and all that crap. Well, your shit doesn't work as a VTuber, but it's not even that. It's like Linux just, well, streaming wise sucks. But like for me, it's just like, if you want to do something in Linux, you can, but it always feels like you're visiting Reddit, you're doing your research, and you're trying to figure out how to do it. It's not an intuitive system. And until it is intuitive and easy to use, it'll never be mainstream. But then if you look at the creator, he doesn't want it to be mainstream. Like, he wants everybody to use it, but he doesn't want to fit that mainstream mold that most computer users want. Mac is disgusting, but I have my own beef on that. I think Steve Jobs was a fucking horrible shit. I think they're all horrible, but Steve Jobs in particular. Like, some of the things that he's done, screaming at the top of his lungs that he wants the creator of Android to die in public, and that he wants Android as a system to vanish off the face of the earth. Like, bruh, what the fuck? That's unhinged. And of course, Tim Cook is like, which billionaire wishes to invest in my company? Artificial obsolescence? I'm not going to change my coat of arms. I literally didn't even click anything. Oh, I did. I hit my button. I'd say I'd shit my pants, but honestly, nah. So, we need to change to a different map. I want the winding river. I want the bridges. I love bridge combat. These newer maps don't have enough of it. But I'm okay with that because they're focusing on giving us variety. Let's do frequent raid. Initial bandit camp 0. Maximum allowed is 5. We're going to do double just to get the start quicker. And you are going over here. You are going to be down here. And I'll take Wildfeld. Wildfeld is normally the area that has farming. If this doesn't have farming, we'll begin again, because I really want to experience an area that has farming. We really haven't been able to do that yet. Table Knights is like, I have nothing left to shit. So therefore, through osmosis, you have nothing left to shit. Our sphincters are synced. Good morrow to you, Azrael. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Software only working on one operating system. I know they're trying to chase money, and, you know, Linux is not going to be monetized. Again, that's really against Linus's, like, core idea of it. But it's not a fun situation. Hey, did we get a... Yes! Oh my lord! This is perfect. Okay, we need to decide, where is our castle going to be? So if we get attacked, they're going to be coming from the edges, or, I mean, they're going to be coming from all sides, because they do that now. Obviously, we're going to want our industrial to be here, because of the unlimited iron ore and the unlimited, or the fishing pond. We got some berries over here, so I'm thinking the farmland is realistically going to be up on this end. So we're going to build our wood production up here first. Which means let's make this King's Road. We need to connect the two King's Roads, for sure. Because we've got a King's Road along the back. Partially built King's Road, you know, no problem there. And since I want to focus on this being my industrial area, we should consider that when we're building. But for now, let's get our main farming community up and running. So we're going to do this again. I know people hate seeing me build these, but it's just the best system to get everything centralized. This is going to be where our farms will be. Okay. You know what? I just noticed these are off a little bit. So the logistics of your farms are probably the most important, especially since everything in the field can be damaged by rain. So I want to make sure that, you know, we're being conscious about that while we're building. Let's pop that over here. Let's get rid of that road. Let's try this again. There we go. Now it's not curving. Okay. I also didn't have a whole lot of vegetable production. And I was thinking smaller farms would have been fun to kind of play with. But the problem with the smaller farms is that unfortunately you don't get as much veggies and it costs more money to seed. So we're going to go back to our Rondo because this thing works so well. Now, we've already snapped one. Basically what you want to do to recover from the issues I was dealing with before, you want to build one on each side and then say no more snap to road. And then come in here and zoom in and go plop. Plop. Get as close as you can without it turning red. Just like so. Try to keep the shapes. This is important if you want the homes to build. It's still a little picky with the update. I noticed that yesterday that the road building tool is not as smart as it used to be. I don't know if that's because of the additions they made or like how the AI translates roads should be built. But it is something that is improving with every update a little bit by little bit. So for those of you who are hardcore players before the update and you're like, this sucks, just keep in mind in both the YouTube video description as well as Discord, I put how you can play the old version. Which is really cool that Greg did that. So there is a beta where you can play the older version of the game and a little password to access it. And he has a good sense of humor because, like, the password is like, I liked it better before. So, you know, he sees all the complaints. Oh, yeah. Come on, people, get to work. I'm hoping that they add more dialogue. You missed half the conversation, Azrael. Yeah, that we were just talking about, like, the hate for Windows is deserved, but people who sit there and brag that they're not using Windows anymore, it's like, cool. Enjoy your highly limited functionality. In my opinion, we should be advocating for somebody to topple Windows, not find alternatives and go, well, that's just how it works, but it's better than Windows. It's like, no, dude. Demand that there's a product who is supported by all the video card manufacturers. Demand that Windows improves itself. We all have to use it for work anyway. You're not going to come into a place... Not many places use Mac OS or Windows for work, so you're not getting away from it. So if it's something that you're going to be forced to use, then it deserves to be better. Yeah, I fucking hate Mac in a work environment. Hate it. It makes a lot of sense now, I will say, and that... I say that with a grain of salt. I understand that most people have iPhones. Good on them, I guess. But, like, it just makes it easier for them to sync everything. They already know how to use Safari and stuff. Oh, my God. Everybody shits on Microsoft Edge, which is bad, by the way. But, god damn, Safari is fucking terrible. To be honest, I don't even really think there is a good browser out there because they always succumb to the same shit. I use Opera GX, and Opera GX was marketed, the browser for gamers and streamers. Okay, cool. Then why is it that now I'm suffering the same bloat and stuff that you guys used to advertise wouldn't be an issue? Somebody found some money and was like, I guess we'll do this really horrible thing that we used to advertise against. I mean, look how much money is there on the table. There we go. Yes, thank you, Shavarath. 100% agree. God, I never thought I'd find a mobile app worse than Twitch's mobile app, but Opera gets pretty freaking close. It's so dumb. Okay. So this is where all of our fields are going to be. And we're going to assume, and we talked about this last time, the whole reason why I used to do strip farms and why I preferred strip farms was because that's how it was in the medieval ages. And I've already gone through the thing of showing you guys paintings from the medieval ages that show that. And a lot of people are like, well, nuh-uh, because if you look at the satellites, the farms are different. Yeah, there was an invention that caused that. And that was the collar designed for horses so that they can pull carts. Without that, because horses are quicker, they're easier, you know, they're not as stubborn as oxen, they're easier to manage. You could rent them, and even if you weren't the best horseman, you could still get everything done in faster time. And I think that's kind of huge. But, like, at the same time, that's when you started to see crops take more of the puzzle piece shape that we see nowadays from satellite imagery. But before that, it was burgage plots and strips. You know, the whole goal was to make that oxen turn around as few times as possible because most people didn't own their own oxen. They had to rent it, which was expensive. And if you had to rent it for like 3 weeks when you were expecting to get everything planted in one, you are already financially in the red at the start of the farming season, which means you won't be able to spend as much on seeds and things like that. So strip farming made sense because it's pretty much straight line. You turn the oxen back around once, you bring it back. But horses, on the other hand, changed that entirely. Horses are much more tolerant to doing some weird curves, and then you can follow the fertility, the terrain, and the water. Yeah, but to be fair, oxen didn't really do that either. A lot of people think that oxen were just like bulls. They are not. In fact, an oxen is a castrated bull. And not only did that make the ox larger, but it also made the ox a lot more timid. They just didn't give a fuck. That might not be the most accurate road, but we're going to find out here in a second. Because I'm going to build straight across. I should not have eliminated that. Well, you know what? We can fix it. I wasn't supposed to delete the center buildings. We're going to start here, and we're going to go here. We're going to start here. We're going to go down here. That should make pretty even squares, and then we're going to come like this. Yeah, see, that wasn't straight. So now I can get rid of this other road. Boop. There we go. Then we're going to come over here. That is straight. Good. And then I'm going to come up here. Actually, that looks... Oh, what am I comparing it to? No, that does look straight. Okay, cool. Jesus. That's when you get me. You get me while I'm thinking. That's how you get me to freak out. Alright. With that being said, we retrace this road. Like so. We retrace this road. Like that. We're going to retrace this road. Like so. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check and see water. I wanted to put this place on some water that was decent, but oopsie.
Summer's coming soon. And soon the beating sun.
There we go. We got our Brondo started. Okay. Well, there's no water nearby, so that's great. We're gonna need water there, but we'll figure that out in a bit. In the meantime, I didn't unpause you, dude. Oh, fuck. I think I just hit unpause. Shit, that was kind of dumb. Oh, I accidentally deleted the wrong road. Okay, so let's get this working right. We are going to immediately put a storehouse... Oh, snapped the road. A storehouse right here. We're going to put 2 of those, the hitching posts, because they don't cost anything, and we're going to do that. This needs to be the highest priority. This needs to be a very high priority. And then over here, we're going to plop down our wood production. Now, I want this entire area clear, and there's no sense in butting it up right to the road, since a lot of this forest isn't even in my territory. So, we're going to attack it from this side too. Let's get our woodcutter's hut. Well, let's do the logging camp first. We're going to put this at a high priority. And then we're going to be able to move that hitching post. What we could also do to kind of help with getting these supplies in quicker is just do that. We'll get rid of that road later. This is going to be our city and our industrial side. I might even put the castle up by the trade road here. We'll figure it out. Because I could put the castle straddling the trade road. Oh, you know what? Okay, let's plan for that real quick, actually. Let's do a corpse pit here. Like that. You know what? Let's delete that corpse pit. We're going to build another corpse pit, but we're going to build it like... so. There we go, and then we're going to come up here. I am building the framework for our castle to be. And then we're going to come back. So the interesting thing, because it slopes down, is that I want to make sure that this road is straight. So. And then from this road, we're going to continue going down, making sure it's straight. And then we're going to come over here. Can I squeeze a corpse pit? No. Where did that road end? Where is it? Here's the end of the road. It's the end of the road for you. Let's plop this here. Okay. And the reason why we're going to do that is so that we can connect these. Again, these roads are just a tracing. Okay. And then the actual manor is going to be behind a secondary gate that goes like this. So let's get... We're going to make this 2 corpse pits deep, because we don't want our archers running too much.
Get to work.
3 corpse pits over like this.
Come on, people, get to work.
And then that should be fine. So, let's connect to the road real fast. And then starting from here, we're going to come out to the back and do a little bit of that. And then we're going to come all the way across. Nope, I guess we're not. I'm a big liar. Like that. And then we're going to snap it like that. Then we're going to come up this way. And then I'm immediately going to remove all these buildings. So we have the outline for our castle. The manor is going to go in here. And this, much like Rattay, is going to be more of a walkthrough. Where merchants and stuff can go down the King's Road. And if we need to, so if there's an attack coming, we can seal it off. And have some fun with that. So if we look at it, that's the basic shape of our future castle. Alright guys, get to work. We are going to need some water, so let's build one here. And we're going to build one here, because this is where the city center is going to be. The other thing that we need to do right off the bat, well, not right off the bat, but as soon as we get enough resources. Let's build a fishing hut. Why is it not? Oh, is it because of the slope? Right there. That can stay medium. We'll get somebody on the fishing hut right away. As for the foraging hut, that one's going to be a little easier to get to because we're just going to shoot straight back off of this line here. And we're going to build a foraging hut. Not a forester's hut, forager hut. Okay, so we are going to put a house out here, by the way. I've been trying to keep the homes as close to the stations I want people to work as possible. Okay, we're going to pause again because I want to come up with a pattern for the fields. So the contours go down this way, which means if we had horse collars, we would likely have built our fields to the contours of the land. So we're going to continue this road over like this, and then right here where it flattens out is where you would see them doing something similar to this. Then this would probably be broken up into an additional strip. Actually, I could remove this one, and we could start it down here. Because it's not that much of a slope. That way we're keeping yields as consistent as possible. Maybe we have a little crossroad, kind of like the French countryside, that comes up this way into this road. We could split this into 2 crops using this line as kind of like a compass rose. And then this one can curve out like so. We're going to take this one here and bring it around into the forest. Just like that. Okay, that's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crops. Let's keep going. We're going to bring this road out to about here. Bring this one past the forager's hut and up this way. It's a little steep of an incline, but what I would imagine is that you would see the fields kind of follow a contour similar to this. That way, we've got all of that going for us. This is relatively flat land, so we could bring this around. That would also give us well access. Let's build it into the well. Yeah, look at that. That's cute. We're going to split this one up, just like so. And then we're going to, again, follow the contours of the land a little bit. That's a pretty flat area. This one would be a tricky field to make. I think this field would split more like this. So you can kind of visualize what our farming is going to look like. Just a bunch of broken fields around a cluster of homes. I wouldn't even be surprised if you had a hill kind of go down like this, but that would be too small of a crop. So that's the future of our farmland. Hello, 74 Gaming. Well, it was alright. I got food poisoning yesterday, but it's fine. I was thinking, I know it's a dangerous pastime, but instead of, or in addition to getting a horn fanfare, I know a bunch of your community, I just let them announce the way they want. See, the way I look at it is the jump scare, if used, can get me killed. That was the whole reason why it was put in. Was that you can, if I'm trying to aim and shoot, you get me killed. Unfortunately, a lot of the people who join my channel are kind of stupid. And they don't think about the other people trying to have fun or get me killed. So the moment they come in, they don't even bother looking, they just jump scare. And I'm okay with it. Because then it robs everybody the chance of using the jump scare to get me murdered in a game. So if people want to be dumb about how they use it, hey, more power to them. No, I don't want to do that. I like these bigger fields. People do be dumb sometimes. Ah, 3-stream streak, yeah! I actually did have people kind of upset with me because their streaks are going to get ruined with the way I've been streaming lately. It's like, sorry. All right, Chad, I need your opinion. If you are... I'm tempting fate. Dude, I explain that in every stream. I lecture Razor for doing it. I lecture everybody else. The bottom line is, they don't care about other people's, like, plans. They don't. It's the reason why Medieval Dynasty Chat vs. Streamer isn't a challenge unless my wife is in there. Because my wife is a coordinator. She'll go, hey guys, hold your points. Let's coordinate. I even have a channel for coordinating Chat vs. Streamer on my Discord, so you guys can talk and I don't look at it. Nobody ever does that. They're just like, oh, I have the points. Oh. And sometimes when they join, like we've had people like No One and stuff do this, they spend all of their points and they'll do like 8 channel points at one time. And it's like, why? I'm in town. That's so I'm here sitting here hammering a building and they're like, drop this, eat that, drop this, drop this, drop this, drop this. Also, hi, y'all. And I'm like, bro, it's the last day of the season. I'll just pick this up tomorrow. You can just watch the VOD if you want to keep your streak going. Or living. Oh, that's nice. I'll have to tell them that. Yeah, just go get it. Alright, just go. Let's get a fire pit. Or, firewood production going. Once they build this, they're going to move up to the logging camp. And then we're going to get a family on the logging camp ASAP. Now, we only need... Unfortunately, it started raining the moment I got somebody in the granary. That's just great. So all this bread is just going to die. Yep. How much do we have now? We lost 6 bread. I wasn't fast enough. It always rains the moment I put somebody on the food storage. It makes me wonder... Oh, that's it? You just rained to kill 6 bread and then... Oh, my God. Wow. An incredible amount was just lost. All right. Well, luckily we got the fishing place going, and eventually this will be built. That's unfortunate. Okay, we got somebody in the storehouse. Let's get somebody on here ASAP. Once all the bread is taken out of here, then I will remove them off the chore. No, I lost more than 6 bread. Once this cart delivers it, I'll be able to find out exactly how much. Oh, it was registering that they didn't have food because he was in transit. Well, that's weird. I guess I have so little food that because it was in a cart, people are like, we're gonna starve, my lord. Yeah, trolling chat's fine. But it also makes chat versus streamer nights less boring because people don't coordinate anymore like they used to. It used to be that chat would be like, hey, does anybody have points to make him drop a backpack? Yeah. Do drop a backpack, and then I'm going to make him eat his food and drop his stuff. Nobody does that anymore. Instead, it's just, oh, I've got like 1,000 points, so I'm going to do like 3. Back to back to back. Some of them don't even make sense. Eat food, get a drink of water, and drop a hammer. None of those combos are going to put me in danger. Meanwhile, everything you make me drop in survival games, I just get more crafting experience for. So I'm like, alright. I miss the old days where it was a challenge. Because it certainly ain't a challenge anymore. That, and I probably just get so good at the games, I should probably revamp my, there you go. Have fun, guys. I should probably revamp my channel points anyway. So we're going for about an hour, 45 more minutes. I know it's a short stream, but like I said yesterday, I was recovering from food poisoning, and it was not a fun time. Watch this start a fucking fire. Oh no, my firewood. Oh no. Oh. Easy come, easy go, I suppose. Can we hurry up and get, like, logs to that place, please? Do we have these built yet? Why are... Oh, I guess they'll build them here in a second. I did say build the logging camp first. And we're going to put a family on there. Now, the first home we're going to build is the home of our forester. I'm going to build it... Let's do this. I would imagine our forester would probably have an orchard. Yeah, they definitely have an orchard. Look how huge that thing is. Alright, let's do it. That's the first house. We've got a hitching post. Oh, you know what we also have to do is we also have to build our market. Now, I could totally see the market butting up to the castle in a way. So... you know what? Let's actually do it with the roads. Kind of like this little curve we got going on. Let's build a hard line across, because we'll put the church right up here in the tavern. And we can do our first market right over here. As far away from our initial house... Oh my lord, that is a market! We're going to be building it here, but it is the furthest away from our farmers. But, I mean, there's a reason why they have farmers markets and normal markets. Farmers markets were a little local. My wife has almost 1 million. It's ridiculous. She's like, yeah, I've got 400K. It's like, why? But that do be happen when people come in and they just spend it on 8 channel points. They burn through all their channel points. Then it doesn't even hurt. It's like, oh, shucks. All right. Let's get some water near the market. And then we're going to build another home. This one's going to be for the fishermen. Now, fishermen, I don't imagine fishermen would be too into orchards. But I bet you they would be... Ugh, brother, ugh. Ew! Maybe it's just the shape of the plot. Yeah. Fine. That's good enough for vegetables. That's good enough for vegetables. I know, you are so upset. There's not much I could do about it. Just get the buildings built. For Christ's sakes. Let's pump this up to the highest. I need that fishery. And we're going to pump this up to the very high. And then they'll work on the homes. Alright. Now that we got these hitching posts, let's, oh, I already ordered one. Ha! Wow, I'm way ahead of the game. Demolish this guy. There we go. One more log. Luckily, he doesn't have far to travel. I fall asleep too often to get a real amount of channel points going. Fair. We've got an ad starting for Twitch in 5 minutes. Remember, if you have Twitch Turbo, if you're a Twitch sub, gifted a sub, or have a Prime sub, then you don't have to watch it all. For those of you on YouTube, you can just skip. I swear to you, we're not going to lose this time. I refuse. I refuse. I got plans. It's going to be that little tiny pitiful rain. I wonder if we're going to have a drought. Because there certainly is not a lot of rain going on. Now, why would you drop it here if I said that this was the highest priority? Oh, it's because it already has two. Oh, you know what else we could do? We could take this and say, no, thank you. Get to building. I need these homes built stat. Oh yeah, let's get somebody on this in advance. Pause. Okay, so the total is 165. So we want the limit to this place to be 110. There we go. And now that we're gathering food, we do need to put somebody back on the food. Oops, I zoomed way out. We'll pump this up to the highest as well, since they just finished this. I'm not too concerned about the foraging hut because I only have one family who's getting food right now. So it's just going to have to chill. It is just waiting for people, so we'll see what happens. Right now, my people have to walk a long way, and that's because I am not doing temporary roads. Yep. So basically, the way that this works, and this is the crazy thing about fishing in this game. In March, the fish replenish. In April, the fish replenish. And in May, the fish replenish. However, it'll only replenish half the amount of fish that you have left over in the pond. So the way that you get around that is if you take the total fish in a pond and divide it by 3, so in this case it was 55, and subtract it from the total, that leaves 110. Half of 110 is 55. So in March, boop, 55 more fish. In April, boop, 55 more fish. And in May, boop, 55 more fish. So the trick is, starting in March, you get 2 families on this. They'll harvest all 55 fish, and then April 1st comes along, and it replenishes again. You harvest 55 fish, and then in May, it replenishes again. You harvest the 55 fish. You now were just able to squeeze 165 fish out of this 165 fish pond without nuking its population. Then the next year, they'll recuperate. If you have a drought, however, any leftover fish will be affected by it. They could reduce a considerable amount. You kind of need to not fish the following year to let the population come back. So there's tricks to it. We're also going to focus on iron production right away. I know my go-to is archers and spearmen. I might actually go swordsmen and crossbowmen. Who knows? It's July. They're going to fish till it gets to 110, and then I'm going to move them over to the foraging hut. Now this is important. We're going to click on this. People. He's the granary worker. So we're going to take this guy off and then tell the granary worker to be over here. And then we're going to put a new family on the granary. There we go. This family will be our lumberjacks. So they're going to come out of their home, they're going to cut wood, and then they're going to go home, and it's all going to be very close. They need water, there you go. Less running around all over the place. We have 4 logs. I need more. We're also, with our 4 logs, we should build a saw pit. Get that built ahead of time. And then we're going to put in the middle of the saw pit, that right there. Because we're going to dedicate one of the oxen just to the lumber facilities. Excellent. Fantastic. We can actually, ahead of time, just say, take a livestock. Are you at 110 fish? Yes, you are. So, we can now tell these people, I do not want you to fish anymore. And instead, you are going to come across over to the foraging hut, which we will be building a home for the foraging hut next. So again, they don't have very far to go. Now the foraging hut, I want to have a big vegetable field. And I think the best way to do that is to start up on the road and curve like this. And then do one home. Holy vegetables, that thing is huge. God damn. So we got our carrots. We got our beetroot. And over here we're going to have an orchard because they're the foresters. All of our food production for the most part is going to come from this section. We're even going to have pastures down here, which is going to fund our slaughtering. Okay. Where is it? Oh my god, they're probably going to get to it before I do. Well, luckily they're going to steal from the nearest town. They won't steal from us, so we're safe. By the way, guys, while I'm here, I'd like to give shout-outs to the streamers who are supporting. I've been waiting a little later in the stream to do that. We've got Polyfo. Polyfo is an amazing streamer, variety streamer. And while they're streaming games, they also have an alternative camera set up on their 3D printer, and they talk 3D printing, design, and prop creation for cons that they go to. So I highly recommend you check them out. Of course, we have 7D4 Gaming, who I met through the wonderful Sir Big Hoss. Definitely give 7D4 Gaming a follow. Just set up their Discord, although I had to click the link and actually accept the invite because I've been away from my phone for the past few days. We have Puppy Atron, welcome in, and happy birthday to your recent birthday. Also, this Saturday, we are going to be playing, or this Sunday, maybe. We're trying to plan an event where everybody can join, but Pika Blue had said he wanted to do a birthday stream. His birthday's on the 7th, so definitely give Pika Blue a follow. Show all the love. Let's go through our list here. Boneless Cord. Hello, Boneless Cord, I see you. If you're a streamer and I don't know it yet, please tell me. V! Gotta give a shout out to V and the Fae Army. Yeah. I think that's everybody for the current time being. It's your birthday too? What the hell, guys? All just born at the same time of year? It's messed up. Alright. I don't need you to be on that anymore. Let's get these homes built. You know what? Let's upgrade this and get another forestry team up here. Is that Hans right there? Oh, it is. Good. So easy. He's found his home. Directly next to where all of our lumber production will be. My goal is that we are going to have some farming done, if not this coming year in the game, the following year after that. No, please, no 3D printing. You'll make me feel guilty about not using mine enough. Well, if anything, Property the Alcoholic, watching Polyfo might give you inspiration. You push more plastic than the average? Oh my god, pushing plastic is crazy. I now want to make you a shirt. Can you imagine a guy walking up with a trench coat and he's like, hey, you want a 3D print, kid? And he opens it up and there's just spools of... This is PLA. You'll love it. What kind of printer you got? Oh yeah, bamboo? Nice, nice, nice. You're like, you got plastic dust under your nose. You're like, ugh. Face masks. Why do you need to wear those? You crazy? I don't 3D print. I don't have the patience, nor the time, nor the fucks given. However, I will support every 3D printing artist that I know in my circle because I think it's fantastic. But also, if everybody 3D printed, then it'd be hard for those 3D artists to make money, so... It's definitely one of those, I'm going to let other people do it kind of thing. You know what? Why don't you also become a woodcutter? Because I need a lot of wood. How are we doing? Okay, so we now have plenty of wood. So we're going to pause the game and we're going to struggle with this. I don't think it's going to be nice. Holy shit, that one actually worked. That is ugly, but I'll take it. Yeah, see, that one didn't work well at all. There we go. Hey, hey-oh, that's a good one. See, when you get the measurements perfect, then it behaves. Dude, sometimes my finger misclicks, and I had the perfect layout, and now I'm going to struggle with it. I already know. Oh, come on. Alright, that's a big crop. That'll work. Those crops are huge! Wow, this one might be perfectly sized, and it is. Whatever. Cool. I feel like these aren't the most efficient burgage plots, but it does not matter because it's still going to give me far more resources than I need, and I don't feel like... Well, that's hideous, but whatever. Okay, now I've dutied. Alright. No. Alright, families, get to building. And you know what? I'm actually going to tell you to go here. We have one family building, which is all we need at the moment. Got to keep my heart strong. You're keeping my fart stronger. If it's stringing, your temps are not correct. Where were you yesterday when I was suffering from food poisoning? I still have not eaten since like 4 p.m. yesterday. I just can't. I just can't. We are suffering a drought. Hopefully it's not too bad. It's just looking a little dry. If it is bad, that lake will lower in its depth and we will have less, which is no bueno. Might as well build that. Let's bump this up to the highest, because that will be quicker to build. And then all of these are going to be our farmers. That's why I'm building the other houses first. And this will be a nice little fort we got going. Do I have any access to water back here? A little bit. But it's not any closer than the other ones. Maybe I could put one down here in case there's a fire. Because if the farms burn, I'm fucked. I could order another oxen. Yeah, food poisoning is no joke. I had the fever. I had the uncomfortable sweats. It was not fun. Not to mention when you're closing at 11:30 at night and you've got to worry about where can I go, where there's places to stop if I need to stop. And thank God I took the main route because there were a few gas stations that I committed crimes in. Yeah, you're already full. See? That's so efficient. Let's get another one of these going, and let's ramp this up. Okay. We're going to choose this right here. We're going to unlock. Yes. Close. What is this? Not enough stable space? Wait a minute. Oh, crap. They're right. I literally just ordered... Oh, my God. I mean, I'm going to need more... This could probably be put in these little crossroad areas. I can see a stables being put here. Let's go highest. Let's form a militia. Storage is full in the woodcutter's lodge. To be expected. Because we don't have anybody on the storehouse yet, but we did just get a new family in, so maybe that's what we'll do. Let's create a spear militia. Families start moving in, good. Be really super cool if my two families would build this one little hitching post. An animal ran away. I just wasted my money because I made a mistake. Well, shit. New families are moving in. It's time. Thank you. Well deserved. Well deserved. There we go. And then let's try... Oh, I need somebody on the sawmill. Let's take one of you off, and then we're going to take this guy and reassign you over there, just like that. You guys are still chopping wood. Chop, chop. Good, good. And once winter is over, we're going to assign our fishing families. Which, by the way, do you guys have jobs right now? Firewood cutter. Okay, we've got one family. That's fine. Construction's finally finished on the logging camp, so all the overflow will go over here. We've got somebody on the pit. Let's go to advanced and do 50. Okay, so another bandit camp has arrived, and it's arrived up there. This one is still untouched. We may have to do something about that. But I think I'm going to be a little more clever than before. One of the things we're going to do right off the rip is get a mining pit built. Once I get this, the planks for it. Oh, pause the game. Let's go over here. Our unassigned family. We're going to reassign to this. Damn it! You can't click the lake, you gotta click the building. Okay, and then I'm going to go to this guy, go to the firewood cutter, and put him here. Over here, I'm going to take this secondary family. Actually, the granary worker makes sense, and put him right there. Then we're going to take this unassigned person and have him work the fire cutting, because it's right near his home. Cool. Back to one family building, but we need this food. We gotta get this bread. See, having the house here, it's just so much better. A job in this economy? Exactly. Alright, all the fishermen are coming home. So they're going to be able to clear this out. And we're going to leave them on this task until May. And then pause the task so that they'll go do something else. $74 Gaming said I followed all that you announced. Thank you for the shout out. Absolutely, my dude. I have a shirt that says shift happens, but the kids don't get it. I'm so far behind. Maybe don't eat a gas station pulled pork sandwich in? Property alcoholic. Your name is alcoholic. I don't think you should be giving anybody life advice on what they consume. Okay, already people are starting to move in, so this is a good thing. And before we do anything, I need all of these people to have friends just like that. And then we need to start working on our city. So, our city's going to have people who deal with pigs. Oh, actually, I need to work on our production of ore. Excuse me, are you doing anything? Stop guiding an ox. Is it because I don't have that? No, I have plenty. Maybe what I gotta do is do this. Then take them off there and go back to the unassigned and do that. Sometimes reassigning them refreshes their mind of what they should be doing. I did the wrong origin. Fuck. Well, looks like money is going to be a little more difficult. We're going to have to rely more on trade. Wow, that sucks. That was real dumb. Oh, well. Also, smallholders, if I recall, they dedicate... We tend to reply with care and set down roots where we could live our labor not by smallholding. Enables converting burgage plots with backyard extensions into small holdings like artisans. Smallholding families will treat their backyards as a permanent job, increasing their yield. That fucking sucks. Which means I need 16 houses close by. So starting like here and doing a stretch of burgage. Oh, I can't. The rocks are there. Oh, actually, you know, we can have the houses curl around the farm. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. And then we're going to curl it around. And do... Actually, you know what? Let's curl it little bit by little bit. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? Let's do this. Oh, are you actually make... Yeah, now they're actually doing it. Okay, that was the trick. I had to move the damn animal. The advantage is all of these farms are going to be mass producing stuff. So we're actually going to have to invest in a lot of vegetable trade. Oh yeah, by the way, it's June. We're at 133. So if you guys could hurry up on the fishing, that'd be great. But we do have quite a bit of food. 91 carp. No. No, no, no. I know what we're going to do. I know the storage is full in the saw pit, but you're fine. Okay? You're fine. We got plenty of people doing their jobs. You're going to be great. Let's see. No, I clicked the wrong button. There we go. And then under crafting, I'm gonna put a bloomery here. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait, because I don't have enough logs for that. Maybe I will order one more oxen. I know that sounds crazy. Pico Blue, how's it going? What do you mean? Not enough stable space. Did I already... Oh my lord. Okay. That needs to be a stable. This needs to be a stable. And these need to be stables. Drop everything you're doing and get those stables built. And you know what else? We're gonna need some more hitching posts. So... Let's make this like a really weird,
Get to work.
but also kind of fun, stable environment. Pump this up to highest. Pump this up to highest. And let's see how long it takes 4 families to build these. Go! Food is going to be harder to come by too because we just don't have any money. Which is where this comes in. Come on. There we go. I know the exposed supplies are getting soaked. You guys are just going to have to deal with it. Are you at 110? Good. Let's pause this building. The good news is it's optional to convert homes to small holdings. So we don't have to do that quite, you know, like right away. Okay, so here's what we're also going to do. We're going to build another storage pit, or storehouse right there. We're going to tell this first storehouse, I do not want you to have iron bars, nor do I want you to have iron ore. And then this one will have iron bars and iron ore. That way all these people just have to go back and forth and back and forth. Let's get a smithy going. And then we're going to need a blacksmith. Two blacksmiths, because we're going to be making iron products like crazy. I know, I'm working on it. I'm literally working on that production as we speak. You know what? Let's make this the highest. We'll make this the highest. I need these done. We'll get one family in each of these spots. Oh yeah, let's make this highest too. All of these need to be up and running. All right, and then we're going to put two families in here. Pop up. You know what? Let's dock this down to very high. And we'll dock this down to very high. You need to prioritize these first. Okay, since we're going to be a forge type industry, which is going to make us an insane amount of money eventually, let us instead... Nah, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Let's go, people.
All right, guys, we got about an hour left on the stream. Of course, right when an ad break hits. That is a perfect example of what we were talking about earlier, chat. Now, I want your tool limit to be 20. No, 30. Because I've seen some buildings that require like 20 tools. Not 20 tools. I see me burn through 20 tools pretty quick. Especially when all of the annual maintenance is around the same time. And once people move into that house, we'll be set. Oh no, you're good. And it's time to build God. So I want it within sight of the walls of the fort, so we're going to do that. Yes, my minions, go, build, be free. We need to get these up to rank 2 houses as fast as we can. I'm building God. Jay Ryder! What is up? How are you doing? How are goods getting soaked at a storehouse? Isn't that the point of the storehouse? Oh, shit. Let's make God the highest priority. We could also build like so. And bring this around. Perfect. Yeah, but I said on an ad break, and I do apologize because I looked up as it was starting. We've got about a little under an hour left. It's going to be a shorter stream today. But we're going to see where we can take this village. I cannot wait for people to move in here. Once the church is built, we're going to see a lot of rank 2 houses crop up. You cowards! It's right next to you! Oh, it's... Oh, I guess that makes sense. They're confused because it's in construction. Construction. Okay, so because we want these people to get ready to fish, we'll put them there. The other thing that we need to build right away is our trading business, which is in this one. I need 4 logs. Bingo. Let's also make this pretty high priority. Not the highest, just very high. And then they are going to need their own home. It can be a duplex, and I don't care if it has any backyard extensions. Here we go. They're going to be our merchants. Well, eventually. We're going to have merchants sooner than that. We're going to rearrange these people. Doing well, Jay Ryder, doing well. Blood for the blood god, indeed. Praised be our Lord and Savior, goth chicks and fishnecks. Yes, thank you. I agree with this. I have a feeling we're not going to win the cap race, which is unfortunate. But I also have a feeling that we're going to have an army so large that every time they try to invade me, I'm going to absolutely destroy them, and I'm going to get influence for it, and then I'll take their land. So we are going to be planning on defensive wars, which is why this is an important feature to the base. Speaking of which, we should also think about building a couple forestry huts here. Because I'm going to have 4 families just working on this right here. Let's get a couple families into these areas so that we can start getting charcoal going. And for the families that will be our foresters, they don't need extravagant homes, so they're gonna have like little strip homes going like so. Oh my god, our food supply is really low. We'll get more food. I just need people to get silver. Alright, we'll track their movement. Trade out. Let's trade tools. Export until we have 20 in stock. That's why I wanted to make this, so that we could sell these tools. Soon. Soon we will sell weapons. We'll make money. And it won't be regular. But that's okay. Actually... let's have some fun. Now, since we're only dealing with bandits, what I might do is I might try to take them the old-fashioned way in a line. So, if the camp is over here, I don't see why we can't egg them out. Maybe I'll do a 2-line. 2-line crush. Instead of a 3-line.
Hold your ground.
We just need them to come out. Warriors! Shit.
Forward!
Shields up.
Together, men!
Shield wall. Step forward. Tighten your formation. Bring it, bitch. Are you ready?
It's time for war! Smash 'em and chop 'em!
The other thing we're going to be doing, by the way, folks, is we are not going to be building very many more houses. Not right away.
From the right! From the right!
No. Stay defending.
Kill them all! Men!
Oh, man. We might lose one dude. I need their numbers to drop faster, though. Once it gets to about 13 or 12, we'll push. Wait for it. Now! We lost one, damn it. We lost two. Ha! Run!
March!
Send it to the nearest town. Thank you.
Forward! Your orders! Hold your ground! Sire!
Go. We might be able to come here to the coast to get their attention and then form up on the bridge. Because I have a feeling we're going to lose a couple guys with this run too. We're going to go ahead and let their effectiveness get up.
Advance! Advance! Yes, sire!
Oh, this is devious.
Forward!
Very devious. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to get flanked.
My lord! Advance! Forward! Yes, sire! March!
There we go. That's what I wanted.
Forward! Men! Race!
Perfect.
Here we go, boys!
Surround them! Steady!
Hold the bridge! We lost one. We're going to stay purely defensive on this because the bridge is a huge advantage. Lost two. Three. My God.
Cut him down! They're coming!
I should have let them rest.
Forward! March! Yes, sire!
Get out of the woods.
Sire! March!
Holy good God, the camera controls are so touchy. Yeah! Yeah, yeah, yeah! We'll save these bandits for later. We just need all of our homes to fill up now. And we're really hurting on food. But that's going to be fixed because this we can unpause. I should have no, actually they have been working good. Now we can focus on this area. We have enough coins, I think, to do one crop. I think I'm going to do vegetable crops on the backside over here. And then over here, we're going to do orchards. Vegetable crop. Vegetable crop. Orchard. This is gonna look nice. No residing families in these homes yet. That'll be when we build our army up. To the nearest town. You, sir, can go back over here.
Forward!
And then we'll deal with the ramifications of my decisions later. That's a cute looking town. All right. And then once they cross this bridge, we'll be able to tell our army to move here. Now, if I said move here right off the bat, they probably would have gone across this bridge, aggroed the raiders, and then ran home. So, now we don't have to worry about that as much. Let's get these people back home. I have a feeling some of them, the fishermen, may be in the army, which is why they didn't get to fishing as soon as they should have. But 10 weeks to grow. There we go. There's some food, and there's some food. We need to do this now. I'm hoping, I'm holding tab to make sure that all of these are filled with the jobs that I wanted, because I don't want... Perfect. Okay, so it does autofill other jobs. I was wondering about that. Does the sharecroppers remove them from jobs and then all of a sudden you're fucked? Because that's 4 families I just reassigned. But now all they're going to do is plant crops, which means their yield is going to be huge. And we need to prepare for that by having our granary very well stocked. There you go. So we're basically going to need as many people in the granary as possible, but we don't have enough families for that yet. We need people to move in. Because that mistake I made earlier, I am way behind on getting the farms planted, but we're getting there. 'Cause eventually we're going to be able to go to rank 2 houses. Eventually. Right now, we ain't doing so hot in the food department. We've got fish up here. Maybe, now that we have a new family, let's move them in. Let's get enough granary workers so we can start storing these veggies, too. Apiaries are also going to be huge. I think people are a little concerned about the food supply, and I don't blame them. I would be as well. We almost have all the fish taken care of. We're working on it, dude. We're working on it. Once I get another family, I'll put them in the large granary. There we go.
Let's go, people.
All right. And already the field is almost fully planted. Now we just wait for them to pick it. How much are you going to produce? Will you tell me? No? All right. That's cool. I didn't need to know. I guess. This will be the last season of starvation. Let's get a deep mine going. Well, actually, we got time. We got time. Time for the deep mine. Firewood's doing great, which is going to be big for our forging opportunities, but still waiting for families to come into these homes. I should upgrade all of these homes. While I can. Fudge. Yes, get to building. These people are going to be giving me money now. And we're getting money from trade already.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay! We need 2 logs. Another bandit camp was sighted. You're a medium village. And now we're going to be rolling in the dough. Oh, come on. One log? Brother, come on. Oh, I see what's happening. They're replacing it pretty damn quick. All right. A large village, huh? Interesting. There we go. Now we've got the wood reserved for it. Dude, where's that other log at? There we go. Get that place built. I need the monies. Okay. Cabbages, I need 182 or 168. We'll probably build cabbages right there first. Although, we could... No, we need cabbages. We'll worry about the fruit trees in a bit. Be really cool if you could say, hey, move into this house first. But unfortunately, I can't. I need to fill one more home, and then people start populating these homes. Right now, our happiness is at 75. If we can be 75 and higher, then we will get 2 people moving in. And then we can start our production of our army. On the other hand, some of these families who are already here, we can upgrade their plots to rank 2. We can have somebody make shields and somebody make there we go. Shields of both types. And then this one here will be bows. For now. Wait, no. Small shields, Boyer, metal tools. So this also has to be a blacksmith. No, I did that backwards. I already have 2 blacksmiths. Watching them work is almost painstaking. It's like, come on, guys. You can do it. Come on, you're almost there. You got this, little guy. Well, this can be built. Let's just get those shingles over here. Let's have you be the joiner. Let's have you... Let's have you be nothing yet. Oh, no, yeah. Because unfortunately, I do need family. Ah, our first catch of the day. We are going to start off by making spears and shields because, oh, well, no. I'm probably going to get rid of that army. Let's do small shields. Thank you. Crossbowmen, I've never really played with them as my primary force. I normally go... so this is a customized difficulty. Basically, I have 2 AI on the map right now because I'm trying to test how they operate. And I've got frequent raider raids with 5 maximum camps in difficult weather. No off-map adversary because I'm trying to test the AI army production. But in an ideal environment, it would definitely be with an AI adversary. I love this game. I think some of my chat gets annoyed, though, because I try to build my towns as historically accurate as possible. So I'll make decisions like where I put the church, where I put the fort. It's not the most RTS strategic defense. It's like, no. The church and the fort were on the high grounds if there was high ground. And as you can see, it hills up towards over here. So this is where the church and the fort will be. And then over here we've got the farmland. So they'll be the first to burn and die. And my castle won't be able to defend them. But that's how it was. Okay. I appreciate that you want to make spears, but I would rather you make 20 iron parts. Go. This one will make swords. This one's already making the shields, which let's limit the shield production to 20 as well. No, actually 30. And then you, my friends, are going to be a crossbow shop. And we'll set you at 30 as well. You're here for funny building choices? How dare you? You want to have fun in my chat? Get out of here. God. Don't even know who you are anymore. You've changed. Alright. I need 182 silver coins, and then I'm going to turn that into cabbages. And then we're going to take a break, right? We're going to turn this into cabbages, turn this one into cabbages eventually. One of these is going to be cabbages now. Then we're going to have the family become a small holding family, so they're not going to do any work, and they're just going to focus on pumping crazy-ass yield. And then once we're done with that, I'm going to put a bunch of piggies in these little side farm, or goats. Because I need the hides, I need the milk, because I need an animal byproduct, and I need the chevron, even though it's not as much as a pig. This is just what we're going to do. Alright, you guys, advance. Right here. Production limit. 30. Okay, and now we're going to come over here. You're done with your extension. Swords. Perfect. Production. Let's go. 30. Then, to keep an eye on our production, we're going to make a man-at-arms and just keep an eye on it. Okay, so maybe... Yeah, that's what I thought. They're gonna go attack our neighbors, not allies, neighbors. Let's disband that group. And I want 2 of these, 3 of those. So we got a lot of work to do. Now, to make this even easier, this is the place that I'll allow weapons, but I'm not going to allow weapons here. Nor these. Oops. I know there's some in there already. Whatever. But this way, they only focus on what they need to focus on. Now, we're going to be advancing into armor production. So, that other building that I have at rank 2 is going to be an armorer's workshop. I'm also going to upgrade this to rank 2, and they are going to be an armorer's workshop. But obviously I can't, right? Because they don't have enough animal produce yet. Yeah, look at this. Broken, broken, broken. It's all done. Tassenbrook? Sure, claim it. I'm going to be ready for you assholes. I want them to claim the territories. I dare them to claim those territories. Alright. Let's get a stonemasons... where? I guess it's just a stonecutters camp, right? Let's build that there. Let's get that to be high. I need all those stones. We're going to be doing something. We're going to get to work on our fort. We also have 6 more homes, and then we will be all flushed out, and all of them are going to build my fort, and then they're going to get jobs after that. Alright? Alright. Cabbages! We've got the people who live here just toiling away. You know what? Beetroots. You guys are going to produce something else too. No, you worry about that. I'm actually okay with you doing this. Let's do 30 helmets. Now, the way this works is that rank 2 families can wear the helmets. Rank 3 families can wear the armor. At least that's how it worked before. So let's kick up. The property here needs to upgrade, but we need our requirements fulfilled. So, in order to help that production along, these must be goat pins. So that we can get hides, so that we can get, we can start making shoes. That'd be nice. And we should start seeing this number jump up into the, like, thousands, but we don't have a whole lot of food variety at the moment. Not yet, anyway. Once we get the manor built, I think we're going to be in a much better position. How's our armies looking? Well, they're starting to grow. The smart thing would be to reduce the amount of... Actually, you know what? I just thought of something. If I cut these troops down... like this, we'll be able to go take this, and this, and this, and this. Because they're going to start robbing us soon. We're the closest settlement. And then we need to continue building homes to build up our farming force, because we are going to have farms by next year. Okay. We're starting to get there. Yeah, most of the slow speed is going to be these guys right here. Toiling away on their crossbows. And of course the armorers are going to be taking some material to make helmets. Piggies! Or goats. I don't know my animals. Not enough regional wealth. We need more money. Alright. Come on, money! Oh, yeah. We're cruising now. Upgrade these while I have the chance. Ah, crud. Well, we tried. All right. Let's get a family over here. And we need to start thinking about this. And then we're going to curl this around like I was talking about. Around the backside here. And then we're going to build some reserve places. Oh, look at that. Not even a single tree taken out. Look at that. Boom. Oh, I did take out some saplings. That's unfortunate. Advanced work area. I basically just want you guys to keep this dense little forest up here. So that's your goal. There we go. Next up, these guys, another work area. Right like so. Right here. With two families going about with some overlap, it's going to be very helpful. How's our armies looking? Pretty good.
Emotional
How
damage!
dare you? How's it going, Ben Hameen? Ben Hameen. Right? I don't even know what goats are, and I'm the Jarl of Goats. It's like the worst. All right. You, my friend, are going to be... No, I need builders. So they're just gonna wait. We're starting to get more money. And it's time now. So we've got two families chopping wood. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. We've got a family over here doing saw. Two families on the forestry. And then once these are built, they'll have extra wood storage. Which means I need to put a family over here in the stone gatherers camp. Because they're going to be gathering stone. And we get to do the exciting thing. The thing I've been waiting for. But That's going to have to come next time. We're going to build our manor and get all that fleshed out. We're going to continue this playthrough probably on Monday and just make sure that we're checking all the boxes that we have and getting everybody where they need to go. And hopefully by next episode, we'll have an army. I mean, technically we have an army strong enough now. We can just go deal with these guys, but I don't want to lose any equipment. I want to make sure we absolutely overwhelm them. So let's go ahead and save our game real fast. We're going to save over this one because I lost. And then, yeah. So, those of you who are watching, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're on YouTube, thank you very much. You can hit the subscribe button or the notification bell if you want to know when we're going live again. Or generally, the idea is during the week, check during the day. During the weekend, I'll be streaming at nights. Tomorrow is Saturday, which means it's a Hell Let Loose stream. It'll probably start around 5 or 6, but traffic's been kind of crazy. So I'll keep you guys posted. That's Pacific time, by the way. So 9 p.m. Eastern is generally when we'll get started. But we've got a big group joining us for Hell Let Loose, an entire squad of everybody in Discord, and it should be fun. Until then, YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. For the rest of you on Twitch, I am putting together a chat versus streamer system for my hardcore playthrough of KCD2, which is why I've been kind of piecemealing that one a bit. But chat versus streamer is where you're going to use your channel points to get me killed in a game that's already going to be brutal because of hardcore. So what we'll do is we'll raid somebody real quick.